Hey everybody, this is Bill Green from Amato, Arizona. Overland Expo Day 2 is about to start. Today we're going to take a look at a Freightliner-based GXV. We're going to talk to Overland Journal editor Jonathan Hansen, and we're going to sit in some campaign chairs from Santa Cruz, California. Let's take a look. So we're here with Mike Van Pelt of GXV. And Mike, GXV was born out of your desire to travel around the world. Am I right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
What can you tell me about these two trucks here? First, we've got which model is this?
This is the Patagonia, a little bit larger than the Safari.
Well, and both of them neither of them were small to begin with. I think they're grabbing everyone's attention here at the show.
They're not small, and I understand that, but when you consider this Safari model is only 26 foot long, and that's including the spare tire, that's roughly equivalent of a crew cab long wheelbase pickup truck with a tailgate down. And it has a much sharper turn radius than a pickup truck. So
and certainly much more capable too.
Much more capable. So.
What can you tell us about the Freightliner? It looks like this is equipped to really spend some time out and about.
It is. There's a number of people that have come to us that have been interested in something for more than just two people. They want enough for 3 to 4 people. Want to be able to live in it year round, be able to travel above the Arctic Circle even in the wintertime. Be able to do a lot more with it than a standard RV would ever be able to do, and to be able to last much, much longer than a normal RV could last as far as longevity of product. So that's the reason we developed this product.
Well, let's have a look inside.
Okay.
So now, Mike, one of the first things that catches my attention is the use of space in here. I mean, I know it's big, but so is everything else. Everything's full size, and you guys really took full advantage of the space that you had.
We always try to do that. That bed raises and lowers with a flip of a switch. The switch, if you lift up that, you can see a little switch there, it's electric. So if in the bottom, if you want to haul a four-wheeler, you can put a four-wheeler in there. If motorcycles, if you don't have much you're storing, lower the bed on down to where it's nice and comfortable. So you can raise and lower that to maximize the amount of storage room. We've tried to utilize storage space in everything we can use. You notice that the refrigerator and freezer are both low to the ground. That keeps our center of gravity low to the ground, so we can still have a vehicle that's capable of going into remote places, but still have all the comforts of home. That's a 6.4 cubic foot refrigerator freezer combination, so still quite large.
Show us around a little bit.
Okay. Over here we have what we call the opening wall. It's not our idea, it's an idea we borrowed from Europe, but we love the idea. The whole wall will open up to a 90-degree angle and allows us to basically eat al fresco, to be able to invite the outside in. I mean, when you go out on a trip, it's unfortunate, but I see a lot of times in people, when they park in the RV parks, they pull in, the awnings go out, the slide outs go out, the antennas go up, and they never leave the motorhome. What we're trying to do here is to have something that's comfortable enough to be able to stay inside, but be able to invite the outside in. We have full granite countertops. It's not the half-inch stuff, it's full thick granite countertops. And this particular model has got the chiseled edge, full-size sink, diesel cooktop. Everything in this vehicle is diesel. We got the diesel water heater, diesel furnace, diesel cooktop. They'll burn biodiesel. It's possible to burn biodiesel. We have 2 195-watt solar panels on the roof. We can add up to 2 or 3 more if a person wants. We can have wind generators, methane fuel cells, any of that stuff. Whatever a person wants to do is fine. They're totally custom. This happens to be a design and a shape that we like to maximize the seating space and the comfort level, to give full height to the cab-to-cabin access, that kind of stuff. But if a person says, you know, I like this better, or I like that better, we'll customize it to whatever they would like.
Sure, and this is based on your experience of actually living and traveling in these vehicles.
Yes.
We're here with Andy Glanz from Campaign Furniture from Santa Cruz, California. And right here, I am holding, believe it or not, a table and chair.
You have a chair and a box. It's a pretty fast process. Gather all your parts.
Okay, and these look like table legs.
These are table legs.
So
this slides out.
Well, everything just packs in so firmly and so nicely, too. It's almost like you thought this through.
One would think that, yeah. Actually, these designs originated in the 1800s in the British campaign furniture. It just threads right in there. So there you have your table. These are all the parts for the chair. You have your legs, you have your front and back piece, which you'll see in a second. You have your top stretcher, which you have your chair bottom, and then you also have your chair back and the two arms. Basically, you take the threaded legs and the part that is marked front. There's also an A and a B, which you'll see here in a second where that goes. That's the first step. Second step is to grab your chair bottom with the pad right here facing toward the ground, and it's as simple as matching up the letters. There's an A and a B tucked underneath here. Next step will be the back legs. There we go, perfect. And then the back piece, and that's also marked back. And the curves always go down. It's most comfortable.
Andy, one of the things that I'm really impressed with is both the firmness and the strength and craftsmanship of the metal parts, but also the whole thing is very lightweight.
Yeah, we use aluminum. The metal is all aluminum, all TIG welded by us. And then the wood, this is a bent lamination, which is a strong way to join wood together. They're available in 3 different woods right now: maple, walnut, and cherry. So the fun part is when you get to here, this step just threads right in. Same on both sides. And traditionally in the Roerke chair, which was built in 1850, the backs weren't stabilized with a strap like this, so they would just flap back and forth. And I designed it so that it's reclinable, but also it doesn't flop around. So you actually have a little bit of adjustment if you want to take a nap, or if you're sitting at like a dinner table, you can put the back more upright.
Well-crafted chair, well-crafted table that
At a reasonable price.
At a reasonable price that we can enjoy for years to come.
Absolutely.
So we're here with Jonathan Hansen, co-founder and executive editor of Overland Journal. Jonathan, where do you see the industry going?
Well, the industry for overlanding in the United States is exploding right now. 10 years ago, there was no overlanding industry here. No one knew what roof tents were. No one knew what fridges were. There was equipment that was available elsewhere in the world, but not in the United States. And a few years back, people started bringing in items like that on their own, things that were made for long distance traveling with lighter weight expedition vehicles. Scott and I saw the trend coming and thought maybe it was time for a magazine, so we started Overland Journal. It seemed to hit it just about the right time, as you can see from the show. It's now, there's a lot more stuff around.
Absolutely.
So I think where the industry is going is more availability of specialized equipment for overlanding, as opposed to just four-wheel drive equipment that's designed for rock crawling and mud bogging, which was traditionally what four-wheel drive in the United States meant. Now we're getting more of this specialized equipment designed more for journeying and traveling than just for going and conquering obstacles.
So that wraps up day 2 of Overland Expo 2010. Tomorrow we're going to take a look at some vans, see what they're like without a diesel, and we're going to talk to Paul May from Equipped, check out some new things to make camping even more comfortable.